Oh yeah. What's up, LB Jeepers? How you guys doing? Wow, you guys jumping here fast. Like usually it takes like 10 minutes. Maybe YouTube was fucking up back then. Didn't work. What's up, man? What's up, Jake Gill? No, I'm working on it, man. I got a little hit. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. That's cranberry juice. I'm got a little late start. So, what's up, Colum? Makamish. Yeah, no, I'm supposed to do that beforehand, but I was running a little bit late. But I'm working on it. I'm not too far behind. I may, a little bit, but otherwise, this show can't be called the Drunken Monologues, right? Unless somebody's drunk. So, what's everybody doing now? What's today? Saturday? Yeah, Saturday. I'm doing shit. Not. Yeah, I'll catch up on what, man? You guys fill the topics and the subject, man. I'll try to roll with it if I can. You know what's funny? You guys, well, you can kind of tell because my clothes are in here and shit. This is like a big closet. It was like, I needed something that didn't echo so bad. And like, although I got to fix this light because it's like alien abductions. But yeah, I'll fix that later. I always mean to do it, but yeah, this is a big ass closet. Oh, JRE, there won't be any update. The last update I got was when they told me that we got postponed. It wasn't just me. There's like 6 of us. Well, she said half a dozen of you. Postponed until after the 1st. So as far as I know, after the 1st is January. The email also said I contacted her and then she contacted me back and she basically said, if you don't hear from me by mid-January, hit us back up again. But cause they're trying to fill us slots. But yeah, that's it, man. I don't know. That's it. So I'm not going to do anything until January, and then I'll start pushing it again. But I'm not sweating it. It doesn't sound like I got dropped. Tipsy. Who's Jeffrey Epstein? I don't know who that is. What's up, troll? My drink of choice, man. Yeah, I was at work, Jake. I got off a little bit ago. My drink of choice, if money is an option, I like Irish whiskey, like a Jameson. Jameson and Guinness is good combo. Depends on what I'm drinking. If I'm drinking like straight up booze, like I guess Jameson is booze, but I like martinis, man. I like vodka martinis, dirty. Like quality vodka, like Kettle One. Dirty Kettle One is fucking bomb. Oh, Epson. Yeah. See, that's how much I follow politics. I don't know. Did he kill himself? What's up, Casey? I don't know. Did he? I don't know. I don't follow politics. I follow it as like much as I hear it, but I don't watch the news or anything, so I don't really hear much of it. Where's my girlfriend? She's not here yet? No, I don't see her. She's not my girlfriend. Just call my girlfriend because she will be one day. She's gonna be my co-host though. Oh, and you guys see this chick? You guys ain't gonna be listening to me anymore. You're gonna be listening to her. I'm just saying, no, she's very good looking. Yeah, Epson, I don't know. Conspiracy theories. We can talk about conspiracy theories. That'd be cool. Talk about Sasquatch. No, that's not conspiracy theory. That's just myths. Isn't that an interesting thing? Like, I want to believe there's Sasquatch. It makes sense. Undisclosed amount, and it's more travel expenses and all expenses paid type thing. But yeah. So like Sasquatch, like I don't know about that. Like what it never makes any sense, man. Is like interdimensional beings. The JRE Joe Rogan Experience. I was supposed to be on October 15th, and I got postponed. So we're gonna shift that. They're shifting that over until after the 1st. So they crammed too many people too close to the holidays, and I'm sure that they want vacations too. So whatever. It'll be in January, February, as far as I know. Unless they change something, but they haven't. So I tried fake acid. Yeah, man, me too, DJ. I'm really looking forward to it, and it's right up my alley. Like, and like people like basically they want to talk about my experience with LSD and DMT, more specifically DMT, which actually I'm only recently familiar with that, but and how that influenced or how that has had an impact on my philosophical outlook. But so we're not, hopefully not talking about Satanism. I mean, I don't mind, but I don't get the impression that's what it's about. I mean, it might come up. I'm not afraid of it, but I'm more interested in going into psychedelics and shit like that. But whatever let's talk about. I'm totally comfortable with whatever he wants to talk about because I've watched the shows. I know how he talks. All the topics that he's going to throw at me are stuff that I've talked about for years, so I'm not really worried. What's the worst piece of advice I've ever received? Oh, advice. Oh, fuck. Regarding what? I don't know. Have I ever tried fake acid? I've tried. I don't even know what that is. So apparently the answer is no. I mean, I've done some like weird synthetic drugs that, no. I mean, like when I was when I was young, we used to try the Robitussin, we tried Dramamine, we tried fucking what's that shit called? It's like cold medicine. God, it starts with A. Whatever it is, you crush it up and you can sprinkle on weed. Give you a weird little fucking buzz. All kinds of weird shit, man. But like, nah, I never got on that. Nah. I never really got into Sudafed. I think it was close to that, man. I think it was close to that. And I think it might have been a generic form. Alderan. Yeah, it's basically that same fucking family. What's up, Hail Satan? I like that. Do you guys get to pick your names, or are these your names that is linked to your Google accounts? I don't know. There is no more Black House. Last time I was there, it was a Yellow House. The last 2 times I was there. I mean, obviously it's not going to change. They demolished it down, and it's like a 4-plex condo, or at least a 2-plex. They call it the Yellow House. It's painted yellow mustard. Conspiracy theories I believe in. Well, I do believe that they're suppressing the knowledge of aliens. I do believe we have back engineering that technology. So I'm a big alien buff. But as far as like the moon landing and stuff, maybe it was faked originally, but it's not anymore. I mean, maybe that original one, possibly, but who gives a fuck, right? Because we've been there since. So human cloning, oh, definitely, man. I'm down for that. Like, yeah, we can clone sheep. Like, oh no, we just only clone sheep. It's like bullshit. If you can clone sheep, you can clone people. So it's like, so yeah, of course they're not going to tell. I think that's a great idea, though. I mean, I think we're not too far from that. I'm all about eugenics too. Like, and people, when you say the word eugenics, people are like, you fucking Nazi, waiting for the social justice warriors. Like, he's a Nazi. I told you. It's like, no, you're a fucking liberal social justice warrior idiot. Get the fuck out. But yeah, so eugenics. Yeah, what is wrong with weeding out the population of diseases and unwanted genetics? That doesn't mean you have to kill everybody, right? It's not the way to do it. There's other ways to do it. Forced sterilization? Why not? I mean, if this person is, not fit to reproduce, should we stop them? Or what? Let them reproduce and have 6 kids that are retarded and everybody else take care of them and we all pay for it? Oh, let's just fucking, we're not killing them. We're not saying you can't have sex. Just fucking stop breeding. That's right, Jake. Well, I'm working on this video. I was going to do it today, but then I just got tired and I was like, I'm going to call it the pussification of the left-hand path, or the pussification of Satanism, whatever it is. I mean, because it's like, I'm not going to break it. I don't want to start going into that right now because it'd be long. And not everybody here wants to hear about that. Yeah, eugenics, though. I mean, I think it's a great idea. You know what? And honestly, I mean, let's say I was marked to have like some gene in my body that there's a 25% chance that my baby's going to be retarded or whatever, right? Or whatever. Pick one of the diseases, right? And there's like, no, you're not going to reproduce. You know what? I want to be the heartbroken of it because it's not like we're saying you can't have kids. You can adopt somebody, right? So you know what I'm saying? It's about stopping disease and spreading undesirable genes. And I don't think there's anything Nazi about that. In fact, the eugenics was going on before the Nazis. Nazis are just champions of it. I mean, but a lot of other people were too that don't. Even America. America was big on eugenics in the 30s and 40s, and they probably still are. They just probably don't tell you because now it's been associated with the Nazis. And what's there Nazi about wanting to make healthier people? Now, if you single it out to a specific race or nationality, like the German National Socialist movement, that's a little bit different. But no one's done that. Eugenics could help everybody. The Enochian keys. I think they're a roughed up mess translation. I don't know. I don't think there's anything special about them. And I think it was something that somebody came up with that has been translated. I don't know. I don't practice greater magic. I mean, I have before when I was younger. I dabbled in it, but I don't hold any credence. I don't think there's anything very cool about it. Is there anything else the Nazis were right about? Not sure, man. I'm not saying they're necessarily. Well, when you say right about, I don't say they were right about eugenics. I'm not saying that the way they went about it, they're interested in it. So was half the world. It was a new science. They're right about. I don't see them being wrong, or any country for that matter. By the way, I don't see any nation being wrong and saying, "Hey, this is our nation. If you're not part of our nation, get the fuck out." I don't see anything wrong with that. Now, I don't think you should butcher and slaughter, people in order to do that. But if America said, hey, if you weren't born in America, all foreigners get the fuck out, you have 1 year, which is essentially what the Germans did. I mean, again, I'm not saying lock people up that don't listen, but, I'm just saying, like, if a country wants to close its borders, fucking let them. Who cares? If they say that, our problems are because of our neighbors and our neighbors and our neighbors, everybody get the fuck out unless you're born here. Okay, you know what? Here's an instance. I'm in California. Let's just call California a state. Well, it is a state, but let's call it its own nation or whatever. If California said, hey, everybody that wasn't born in California, get the fuck out. We're overpopulated, blah, blah, blah. You have 1 year. Everybody that wasn't born here, get the fuck out. Well, you know what? Arizona's right over there. That's where I'd be going. I'm not going to fucking play cards, especially. But yeah, I mean, we're talking about something that's goddamn near almost 100 years old now. People are still talking about Nazis because the people that won the war have been installed in the media that Nazi's a trigger word. So is Trump. So is a lot of words, and it's like, still, I'm surprised that Nazis. Why do people call people a Nazi? You know what it is? The social justice warriors, these new social justice warriors, millennium generation social justice warriors, like these liberals. And I don't say liberal is a bad thing because I'm not very liberal on certain points, but they're like, Nazi. It's like, what is a Nazi? Nazis died off in what, the 1940s, right? It was a German National Socialist movement. Died off in the 1940s, and you're still calling people Nazis. So people, the social justice warriors, if you disagree with them, or if you make fun of them, or if you make them feel stupid, which they often are, then you're a fucking Nazi. You're a Nazi. No, I'm just smarter than you, and you're just embarrassed. And that's all you got, because you can't attack me on any level. So all you're going to do is go, Nazi. You're Nazi. So you're going to say a triggered word that people are going to respond to, go, oh, Nazi. But anybody with any sort of intelligence, like, whoa, Nazi, that's all you got? That's kind of like a black guy and nigger. It's like, hey, nigger. It's like, what? It's like, that's all you got? It's like, you're a Nazi. Oh, it's insane. It's insane. Speaking of like, somebody was talking about, like, I don't know, I think it was on Reddit, because Reddit is just flooded with social justice warrior retards, flooded on the Satanist forums and stuff. I mean, you can't even really post there unless you're one of them. If you're not, and you have an opinion that's different from theirs, or if you question things critically, which, by the way, the social justice warrior, liberal, alt-left bullshit, they have no critical thinking. They're all about trigger words, all about trigger, all about things, and it's like, it's bad. It's bad. So if you actually be like, why do you think that? Why do you feel that way? You start questioning them, picking on them. They're like, you're Nazi, because you disagree with them. They're like, Boyd Rice and Nicholas Schreck in the 90s, brought these neo-Nazis into Satanism. It's like, Whoa. First off, Boyd Rice and Shrek were way before the 90s. They're in the early 80s, right? Now, they may have got noticed in the 90s. So, A, that guy's wrong. And then he's like, oh, well, they brought the neo-Nazis and they were Nazis. It's like, no. Actually, if you've ever read Non, if you ever read Shrek's works, they're not Nazis. They're elitist. And they're using the aesthetics of certain fascists and certain Nazis for aesthetic appeal, but more so to trigger the social justice warriors at the time to be feared and to be misunderstood. It's exactly what they were. So they wanted you to call them Nazis. But if you read their literature, they're far from Nazis. Satanism and fascism really don't have anything to do with each other. Satanism and politics don't have anything to do with each other. I have not seen the Rob Zombie film. Yeah, Mike Kent, man, that dude, it sucks. It sucks. I mean, it's taken over to a ridiculous point where it's not even fun anymore. I mean, it's like, yeah, I don't like bigots either. Yeah, okay, yeah, I don't like this either. I agree with you, but why do you? It's retarded. It's a millennium generation. No offense to anybody who's born in there, but so many people came out of that. It's because they were born with a cell phone in their hand and a fucking in front of the TV. Whereas people who are a little bit younger were not necessarily born with that, and we didn't have quite the brainwashing. That's my opinion. And we didn't grow up on Xbox either. So I've drank an 18 case in one night. Not very good. Yeah. Well, one night. I mean, I'd probably have to start. I've drinking an 18 case easily, many, many times, but I've started from the time I woke up. And if it's something shitty like Coors Light, I could probably drink a 24 pack. Devil's Rejects is my top 10 favorite, or actually, yeah, the Devil's Rejects is my top 10 favorite. And I'm not a big. I mean, I like Rob Zombie's movies, but I don't think there's anything special except for that one. Even Thousand or House of a Thousand Corpses, I was like, but Devil's Rejects is pretty fucking good. His other movies, I mean, nothing special. They're not bad. I mean, but I think the most I've ever drank in one day, in a 24-hour period. Those handles of vodka? I managed to almost get a whole one down in 24 hours. That is a lot of vodka. I was very fucking on. Now, I was more than hungover. I was very sick, but yeah, that's a lot. So that's basically, I don't know how much it is. I think a handle is 3 bottles, 2 bottles. I don't know. 1.5. That's pretty impressive. Yeah, I don't power drink like that anymore. Well, once in a while, but not regularly. Not against it. I just can't do it. I mean, well, I can. It's not. It's no longer fun. What's weird? Like, I didn't start getting hangovers until I was in my 30s. So I think your body, as your body get older, your body doesn't process alcohol. What's weird is I know some alcoholics were not even necessarily alcoholics, but I know some older guys that have been drinking all their lives. And you would think if you drank all your life, you'd build a tolerance, right? Not these guys. And it's been even my older brother's like this too, right? We're blood brothers, and fucking like they'll have like 3 beers and they're drunk. And I'm just like, are you drunk? Like, and it's like I think there's a liver problem. I think that's a sign that your liver is not able to process the alcohol. Because like 3 beers, like fuck, I can like fucking drink 3 beers like in the shower, and it's like I drink 3 beers before work. And these guys are already drunk, and it's like, Jesus, I thought you guys were drinking for like 30 years. So I think it has something to do with age and flushes out, your liver doesn't, filter it correctly. And so you do get drunk off 3 beers. I wish I got drunk off 3 beers. I don't. Unless I'm at a bar and drinking like a good IPA, then I might get a buzz up 3 beers, but I won't be drunk. Phenobut? No, man. No. That's your question. No. That was, I had a couple powder drugs like that I did all at the same time, and I got them mixed up, and I couldn't remember which was which, but I remember one of them was so strong that a toothpick, half toothpick, you lick the toothpick, and you dip it in the powder. That was it, right? That was it. Half a toothpick, a wet toothpick of this powder. And so, of course, I double it because I double everything, right? If somebody tells me to only take one, I'll take two because I figure I'm better than them. No, I just figure, fuck it, right? Fuck the world. So, you know, and yeah, and two like will make you fucking wobbly. I crashed one of my cars like that on that shit. I think it was phenol, but it could have been something else. I don't remember. Do I think the elite drink? I don't. I don't think drinking has anything to do with being elite. You know, I mean, and I don't know if who cares, right? I mean, that's a whole subject is like, you're not better than me because you're sober. You're not better than me because you don't drink, or you're not better than me because you don't do drugs. That's your choice, right? Merit stands on his own 2 feet, and I can run laps around people stoned. Favorite craft beer is probably either Natty Ice or PBR, but that's just what's big on the West Coast, right? I mean, yeah, Natty Ice. I like PBR. Yeah, sober is good. I mean, you know, it's an individual choice, man. I'm not gonna knock anybody. I mean, fuck, you know. I mean, I've been sober before. It ain't like I've never had any moments of clarity. It's just, to me, sobriety isn't worth it. I'll tell you why. It's because, to me, having to constantly, like, I'm not necessarily saying going to AA, but having to constantly struggle with, I can't have that drink, or I can't smoke that joint, or I can't do that line of blow, or I can't drop that fucking tab. That causes me more anxiety than the drinking and the drugs. You know, I mean, the drinking and drugs cause problems too, but I much prefer my life not having to live in constant stress, and I'm constantly struggling with myself. I'm trying to stay sober. It's like, can't drink, don't fucking do drugs, don't snort lines off of that fucking tits. You know, I'm just like, I'm like, fucking now I'm really fucking stressed. Where if I would just like learn moderation, then I'm fine, which is where I'm pretty much at now. I'm not saying I slip and fuck up, but whatever, you know. Fucking AA meetings. What a piece of fucking. Now, you know, it worked for my little brother, but AA, I mean, it's just kind of like, I get it. It works. Now, I get it that surrounding yourself with people that have the same problems, that are trying to beat the same problem, does help, because now you have emotional support. And it builds your confidence to know that you're not alone and there's other people, right? I get that part, and that is true. But as we all know, AA is very cultish-like, and they're very godly, and that's fine. But that's just how it was founded, right? I mean, so I'm not even going to knock them for that. It didn't work for me, and it wasn't necessarily because of the God concept. I mean, that had part of it, but, you know, there's atheists in there too and stuff, and I didn't like it. I like the way it's structured. Fuck those steps. I mean, those steps are kind of, it gives people a goal. Steps do, right? I think it's just fucking willpower. When you've had enough, you fucking had enough, and that's just it. But hey, it helps some people. Some people swear by it, and that's great. It helps them, but I'm never going to AA again. Even if I get sober, I'm not doing it through AA. I have no desire to get sober, though. You know why? Why? Because it's gonna hurt my health. I've been smoking cigarettes for 30 fucking years. Literally, I'm 43 now. I started smoking when I was 13. 30 years. All right. Now, I'm not going to go out and run a mile, but I'm not dying of emphysema yet. Lung cancer yet. I don't care. I really don't. It's not that I want to die, but I don't care, because this is I believe this is my only life, right? It's my only life. I'm going to live it the way I want to. You know, I'm going to try to be a good person, not hurt anybody, but I'm not going to let anybody tell me what to do. I'm going to fucking do what I want. If I want to fucking do a pound of fucking blow, I will. I know there's consequences to it. I know it'll shorten my life. I'm not going to quit smoking. I'm not going to quit drinking and doing drugs. I've rapidly slowed down. But if I feel like going off the hook, I will. Sure. I'm sure I might die 10 years younger than I could have. I could have lived that extra 10 years in a wheelchair. Oh, or you could have just had a massive heart attack doing a line of blow and fucking a stripper. Hard call, huh? Never done cocaine. I can't incur. I gotta be careful. What I say? YouTube Nazis. So, see, they got me. I just said YouTube Nazis. See how easy that slips in? And I caught myself saying that. YouTube censorship. You know what's funny is the social justice warriors by far are more judgmental and more censor more than the conservative people that they call Nazis. It's like, really? It's like, the fuck you talking about? I hate those fuckers. It's not that I hate liberals, and when it's social justice war, if you break that down, that's actually not a bad thing, but it's been that word's been tagged on them. And it's that group of people that are just fighting for everything, but they don't know what they're fighting for. And if you're not fighting for the same thing, or if they don't understand what you're for, then you're a fucking Nazi. That's who they are. That's fucking stupid. Joe Rogan's leaving Cali. I don't blame him. A lot of people leave in Cali. I'd love to leave Cali. I'm actually leaving. I predict next year, maybe 2 at the most. It's gotten too expensive. It's just too expensive. It's like, now Joe, I mean, probably a multimillionaire. I don't know. But even then, I could see leaving Cali. Cali is so fucking retarded liberal now. It's like ridiculous. Ridiculous. It's just like, but as an example, I live in the gay Mecca. And it's funny because people say I'm anti-LGBT. I'm not at all. I live in the gay Mecca of Southern California. Gay Mecca. The only thing, I think there might be a neighborhood in San Francisco that's more gay. Other than that, it's here. It's right here. I live in Hillcrest. It's my neighborhood. And there's a rainbow fucking flag on every business, every fucking, street sign, whatever. And that's cool. I mean, I want to be living here if I really didn't like the LGBT community. And I have no problem with them. But the only thing I have a problem with it is when, their sexual orientation becomes a problem on my lifestyle. Now, if you're gay, great. You want to fly rainbow flags, great. I like rainbow colors. I like colors. I don't give a fuck. But, but now it's like if you're demanding special privileges and your gay pride parade is 2 miles long, the biggest one, by the way, in the country is here, and cuts through the middle of the city and divides the city. So now that just cost me a couple $100 because I couldn't get to work. You ain't going to work. Sorry. Unless you're riding a big pink gay elephant, you ain't getting through. So that's when I have a problem with it. But that doesn't reflect on the whole thing. It's just gotten way blown out of proportion. It's like, yeah, I did get fucking trolled, man. You've been here, Casey, and yeah, it's oh, I got trolled in comments. I don't know. This stream fucking sucks, and get the fuck out. I'll show it. I didn't know I could do this shit. This stream sucks. Get out then. I didn't ask you to come here, did I? Oh, you want me to show me your tits? Is that it? Can I dance for you? Will that make it better? Make it better? How I get started as a sushi chef? Actually, I was a busboy at a restaurant, and it wasn't a sushi restaurant, but it was a Thai restaurant. And fuck, I was probably, Jesus, I was in my mid-20s. I was like a busboy food expo guy. Anyway, I needed more hours. I put a thing up on the board and said, hey, guys, I need more hours. And they had just brought in a sushi chef who was going to open a small little sushi bar, like the set, like 2-3 people just to be in there. Anyway, yeah, he saw this note and was like, hey, you want to learn sushi? I was like, sure, why not? I mean, that was it. I didn't have a background in culinary or anything. And then he taught me, and that was it. I mean, he taught me the basics, and I bounced my way through fucking for 15 years probably. Not consistently though. I would work for a couple of years and I'll quit. And I'll take a few years off and then I'll go back and quit because it's not a hard job, but there's being a white sushi chef and left-handed, and also there's not a lot of white sushi chefs that are left-handed named Zach with a giant pitchfork tattoo. So it's kind of like if you fuck up. And I do because I've been known to show up a little drunk. I've been known to drink too much sake. But I've also, more so than that, though, that's kind of forgivable. But I've been known to basically tell people to fuck off, fuck you, leave me alone. And so people notice that. And there's not a lot of chefs, so it's if you fuck up enough times, eventually you have to take a break for a couple of years, and so the people forget about you. Oh man, I'm good. I'm not doing sushi anymore. I'm retired. I'm not doing that. Done. The market's flooded, and it's not. You can't really. I mean, the money. I made more money as a sushi chef 10 years ago than I make now as a sushi chef. Well, I'm not doing it anymore, but as I made, say, 6 months ago when I was still doing it. It's because there's too many of us. There's too many of us. 10, 15 years ago, there wasn't very many of us. So if you were a sushi chef, you were in high demand. Now, fucking, there's, I mean, it's just flooded. There's too many of us. So they pay us less. Yeah, man, me too. Me too, man. I'm looking forward to it. Do I like sushi? Absolutely. I didn't like it at first, man. I would never. The idea of eating raw fish was gross, but when I started making it, yeah, but that was part of the process of becoming a sushi chef. For that to try everything. I mean, there's still some of the stuff I don't like, but sushi only means seasoned rice. That's all it means. So sushi is a very blanketed term. It doesn't even mean fish, just so it's seasoned rice. So anything you put on top of seasoned rice is technically sushi. Quail eggs, octopus, squid, roe, anything, right? Some of it I don't like, but yeah, I mean, most of it I can deal with all of it, but some of it I don't like. I'm not big on squid, not big on quail eggs. What I'm saying, but I don't know. But and people ask me like, "Oh, as a sushi chef, where's the best sushi?" Well, fuck, I don't know. I don't know where you live, but I honestly, if you go to grocery stores, like a high-end grocery store, like say a Vaughn's, I don't know if you guys got Vaughn's. I know Casey knows what that is. A Vaughn's or Whole Foods or Sprouts. I'm talking California shit. I don't know how far that goes out, but go to a high-end grocery store and yeah, that you can get some decent sushi, and just check the dates on it. But they're good about that. They're fucking on their ass. I mean, grocery store sushi is not bad. If you see a sushi bar in the store, that's a trick. Only get it if you see the sushi bar in the store. Usually by the deli or the meat department. Usually by one of those two. And if you see that and they're putting the sushi out there and they're making it every day, that's pretty good for the price. Do I believe in male? Karl Marx, you've been asking me some weird questions, man. You're asking about Nazis and now male privilege. What are you getting at, man? Do I believe in male privilege? Sure. Men are probably favored in society more so than women. If that's what you're asking. Trader Joe's is good. Jake, you're a kitchen chef too? It's a hard job, man. Not easy, man. I've had easier jobs, put it that way. Dylan, I don't know, man. Like, I would definitely vacation first because California is so big, right? Where it's like there's massive differences between, say, San Diego, Los Angeles, and San Francisco or Sacramento. Those are the four major cities going up, right? And massive differences between the two. Fuck Sacramento. That's an armpit of California. San Francisco's cool. Not bad. I would live in San Francisco. Fuck LA. Too big. It's too big. It's too spread out. And LA is its own little fucking country. Like, and there's all of these. Now, I know people, who, now, see, if you live beachside LA, that's different. But LA Central, no way. Fuck Hollywood, all that shit. San Diego's pretty bomb. This is kind of like where chill people live, like. But it's starting to get to be ridiculously expensive because I don't know. I mean, it's tropical weather. It's beautiful. I mean, but the property value is getting high. I pay $1,400 a month for a 1-bedroom apartment. It's a lot. People are like, I live in Georgia and I got like a 5-bedroom house. I'm like, yeah, but you live in Georgia. No offense to anybody. I've been to Georgia. It's not too bad to be honest. I don't play games, Cleaver. I don't know what that is. The last game thing I owned. The last game thing I owned, I never bought one, was the Nintendo GameCube. That's the last one I owned. That's when I stopped playing games. But man, you know why? Because I lost my shit on like Harvest Moon and like fucking what was that movie? Silent Hill, the first one. I lost my shit. I played that shit for like a week straight, calling sick for a week. Would not put that joystick down. And then when I realized, I'm like, this is like fucking crack. I gotta stop. I never went back to games. So I kicked my gaming addiction on Nintendo GameCube. Yeah. I don't even know how old that is, but I know that's a long time ago. That's all right. I think that's all right. Yeah, I'll just ignore them. See, I do have the ability to ignore people. I just don't respond. Only your mother's butthole, Carl. But yeah, of course I've smoked crack. Why, you pussy? You haven't? No, I actually know who this guy is. But how do you ban people? I don't know. Never bothered to. He's not actually being that dumb. I'll just stop. See, like, he already got my attention. So now he's like, yeah, I got him to talk about me for 30 seconds. So now he's on ignore. So, yeah. New York City. I've never been out east. I try not to travel east of the Mississippi. Try. Mug? What mug? Not sure which mug you're talking about. Mug on sure you had a seizure while you're in acid? Maybe that was coincidental. I doubt the LSD gave you a seizure, but I'm not a doctor either. So, and it's against YouTube terms of agreements or policies to give any advice on illicit substances. Mescaline? I've never tried mescaline. Well, I did, but I don't really think it was mescaline. I really don't know. And even if it was so long ago, I don't really remember what it was. Or like. Oh, wait, hold on. I'll catch something. Dylan, have you ever hung out? Where did your comment go? Fuck. Have you ever hung out with a fan of someone just wanted to shoot the shit with you? Absolutely, man. Actually, it doesn't happen very often. Maybe a dozen times. I don't know, 10 to 20 times a year. But I'll just be chilling somewhere, like at a bar. I'm always cool, and I'm grateful, since I'm kind of flattered. But except for when it's at work, but not my job. It's not a big deal. But yeah. Now sometimes I get recognized. People be like, "What's up?" But see, I don't know what the fuck they want. I don't, because it doesn't occur to me that the last thing in my brain is that they saw me on a YouTube video, right? What's up? So, and especially if it's at a fucking bar, that's usually where it happens too, right? So I'm already half drunk and they're half drunk. What's up? What's up? I sit down. I mean, like, how it going, bro? I'm like, all right. Now I'm like thinking, like, fuck this guy talking. Yeah, but they will. It's always a guy though, and I wish it was a woman. Fuck, one of these days. Right? But no, yeah, no, yeah. I've shot the shit with people like who approach me and just one dude bought me. I've had shots bought for me before and shit. Like, I mean, yeah, man. There's people who go to we have a chapter meeting which is about Satanism. Well, should be, but it's kind of spilled over into people who just live in the area and want to hang out, and that's cool. I'm totally down with hanging out with people. I really don't care. Like, I mean, if you're not a fucking asshole, I'm cool. I like to meet people. I like to have fun. I like to have drinks and get high or do whatever. I mean, it's been no secret that I've had some female visitors over here from time to time. So, they know me from YouTube. I drink a lot of it. DXM. I don't know what DXM is. Oh, yeah. Where's that dude? Where'd you go? Fuck. Where'd you go? Oh, Javier. Yeah, man. Dude, that's the only time I've had a bad trip. Not even 30 hits was a bad trip. I mean, don't get me wrong. It was a scary trip, but it didn't send me sideways. I mean, it sent me sideways, but I knew what it was. When I mixed weed, I made a video, and the video was on a news clip. Some news camera picked it up and said that YouTube is filled with dangerous advice. Because I said, and it's there. It's on my channel, but I stole the news clip, but it's from fucking whatever. And it basically showed me, I said, don't mix LSD with any other drugs. That's all it took for me, right? Well, that's one of the things it took. But yeah, no, fuck that, dude. I will not smoke weed with LSD. I did it one time, and even if you have, you're a weed smoker, for me it was too intense. Now other people will be like, oh, that's the only way to do it. I'm like, fuck that, like, because then it's like I got massive anxiety. I couldn't deal with it. No, just I don't know how to deal with that shit, man. Like I can't handle. I can't even handle weed though anymore. Weed is like not even weed anymore. Weed 20 years ago was weed. Now, weed today is like different class of fucking drug. It really is. Technically, it's the same thing, but it's much like 5 times stronger. I can't handle it. That's right, Mike. That's what I do too. I've got a little emergency stash that I don't pick at, just small ones, little footballs. That's it. She gets out of hand. Boop. Good night. NyQuil is your friend too, by the way. Always have a bottle of NyQuil. If you're like, partying too hard, I don't care if you done one too many hallucinogenics or one too many lines or whatever, right? There's many. NyQuil, if you need to put your ass down for whatever reason, like a tranquilized fucking elephant, NyQuil. It's so simple too, right? It's $5, but if you're too fucked up to go get it at the store, you'll love it. Oh, robo-tripping, DXM. Okay. Yeah, of course I've done that. Fuck yeah, I've puked up fucking cherry cough syrup in the toilet several times. I won't do it again, but I will tell you, for best bang for my buck, the best high, or not necessarily the best high, but the strongest high I've ever got off on for $5 was Robitussin. Yep. Hands down. Okay. I think I shot $5 to the heroin. That was pretty fucking okay. That's right up there though. Like, but you can't go to fucking Costco or Walgreens and buy $5 for the heroin. So, but you can buy Robitussin. Oh, can't believe that. I've puked off of that shit so many times, and that's the worst puke too, because it's like this red, syrupy. It's fucking disgusting. I tried Datura. No, I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. I've never tried spice either. Never tried it, and I won't. Tried salvia. Didn't do anything to me. Nothing. Gave me a headache. Yeah, Mike, that fucking dude, that DMX shit. Nah, it'll make you feel gross. The only way I can describe it, and you know what? I've tried to make these videos before about, like, people ask, like, what does it be like to be on acid? What does it feel like to be stoned? It's like, how do you explain? Like, can you put into words or write it down what it feels like to be high? I can't. It's a subjective feeling. It's very hard to describe. But the Robitussin, the DMX shit, man, that shit was like, I felt like dirt was running through my veins. I felt like your feet weighed like 20 pounds. It felt like you were drunk and stoned and fucking tripping on acid, because you'll hallucinate and shit too, man. And it fucks up your sensory shit. But it'll make you like, you'll constantly feel like ill, but it's a weird thing. I mean, I'll never do it again. But I mean, I did, when I was young, and fuck it. That was all you get. Oh, Jesus, with Narcos on top of that? Fuck, man. Narcos, I used to snort those. Exactly, Mike. It feels like dirt running through your veins. It's the only way I can describe it, man. The only thing that's worse than that is Dramamine. Oh, my God. We used to take like 10 of those and get fucking wrecked. Next to the 30 hits, the only time I hallucinated almost as close to that was Dramamine. 10 to 12 pills of Dramamine, regular dose. Don't do it. I'm not telling you to do it. I'm actually advising you not to do it, because you will hallucinate bad. Like, the only time I've had like real hallucinations, like, I've stayed up on fucking whatever drug, right, for days. And I saw the shadow monsters. I saw, like, shit in my peripheral. Even on 30 hits, man, I could tell. Well, I could tell all the time, but I mean, even on 30 hits, it was a different type of hallucination. It wasn't like vivid. You know what I'm saying? It was all relative to like the textures and the lighting. It was all relative to that, right? So like the hallucinations were based off of this. But the only one I had really vivid hallucinations that came out of nowhere was the Dramamine. I actually saw, not on 30 hits of LSD, and you imagine that shit, on fucking 12 hits of Dramamine. I was tripping on my couch, and I saw this fucking, I don't know what it was, like a leprechaun type guy jump on a skateboard, cruise right in front of the TV, and I'm looking at him, and it's like real. Like it's a solid figure. And I know that I'm tripping, but I've never seen anything that solid, right? Again, the other things are like tracers and shadows and colors. This guy was like cruising, and then on a skateboard, and he hit the door. When he hit the door, like these wine glasses exploded. It goes up in the air, and I'm just like, fuck, I gotta go for a walk. So I walked outside, right? And we had an orange tree in our backyard. I walked out there. I'm looking at these oranges, right? And I'm just like, I'm trying to shake it up, you know, and all of a sudden, like these fucking like skulls like come out of the trees, like, and I could see the leaves move, just like, and these skulls like looking at me, and I'm looking at them. They were oranges that turned to skulls, right? But see, I know, I mean, but I'm serious. This is vivid though. Like, and they started rushing me. I was like, oh my god, I am fucked. That happened when I was like 14 though. But yeah, that's I don't. You know. What was the last drug I did? No comment. But I'm catching up. Who's this? Don't mix meth and weed vape. Few, yes, I should get. I don't know. The problem with meth is meth in itself, the drug itself, amphetamine, doesn't have, in my opinion, that bad of an effect. In fact, meth is, and this is why it's dangerous, is probably the best antidepressant, best anti-anxiety you've ever had. As soon as you do it, all of a sudden, I don't care what problems you had, you're fucking Superman. And that's the problem, is you want to keep being Superman. So it's hard to stop doing it, because with the problem, when you see these like weird tweakers out there stealing bicycle parts and fucking walking around with no teeth and like bag of fucking cans that they stole from somewhere or whatever. And when you see those guys are guys that didn't know when to stop. And not only that, those are the guys, when you see them when they're all fucked up with swords and shit, those are guys that are shooting shit up. Your body has a way to filter shit when you put up your nose or you smoke it. You know, I mean, it goes through a filtration process. So you can put it right into your veins, regardless of the drug, whether it's meth or cocaine or heroin. But yeah, those are the guys you see that are really fucked up. Amphetamine itself has a lot of good effects. I mean, amphetamine is in a lot of things. It's in cold medicine, asthma inhalers. It's in a lot of things. Yeah, but meth is amphetamine that's been cooked and condensed, boiled down to be a concentrated form. But yeah, so yeah, man, I'm not an advocate for meth by any means, but I'm saying it's not the demon that people think it is. And you know what fucks people up on meth? It's not the meth necessarily; it's the no sleep. The no sleep is what fucks people up. If anybody has ever stayed up for 3 days, okay, you start to go sideways. Now, if you're doing meth, when I was doing it, I slept every other day. That's it. So I slept every other day for a year. Now, every other day doesn't sound like that much, right? I'd say so. It's at 48 hours sleep, 48 hours sleep. But for a fucking year, like it fucks up your head, like, and that's, you know, that's what fucks people up. That's when people go sideways. It's not the amphetamine. It's not what's in the drug. It's the fact they don't sleep, in my opinion. Because I've known people that fucking have done meth for 30 years, and you never know it. It's because they know to sleep. They know to eat. And for some reason, they're just like fucking Superman against it. They haven't, you know, sleep is absolutely important. Again, I'm not saying to do it, because, you know, it is fucking super cool. It's one of the probably, arguably, my top 3 favorite drugs. Yeah, even top 2. It's a fucking awesome drug. But people will learn their tolerances, you know, and that's what put me on that's what made me homeless. It's because I don't know when to stop, and you don't want to stop because it feels that great, and then you do stop, and then you haven't slept, and then it should just unravels very fast. Unfortunately, it's not. It's a hard drug to do on a regular basis. People do it. I know people who do it. I know people that put it in their coffee every morning and go to work, have a 9 to 5 job, make good money, live in a nice house, have families. But that's a minority. Yeah, Casey. I mean, yeah, schizophrenia is linked with that. I mean, it's a lot of it comes down to genetics too. I don't care what drug you do. People fall apart on any drug. People fall apart with no drugs. You see what I'm saying? So it's like it's easy to say like that's why he did it because that guy's schizophrenia because of all the meth. It's like really? Because I got a aunt that's never done drugs in her life and is fucking batshit crazy schizophrenia too. So really, was it the drugs, or was he predisposed to it and the drugs helped further it? Nobody really knows. You can't. There's no scientific proof, or you can't study that. What are they gonna do? Grab 1,000 people, give them a bunch of meth, and like lock them up for a year? Like here's a year's supply of meth. Like we'll talk to you in a year, and let's see what happens when you come out. That's what I'm saying. There's no way to prove that meth made them fucking go sideways. They're probably going sideways already, and the meth might have contributed to it, or they're gonna blame the meth on it. It's like, see, drugs bad, but the guy probably would have sideways anyway eventually. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. Don't. Hey, Behemoth. Don't. I'm not a doctor. YouTube. Are you listening? My disclaimer right now. Can't type. I'm not a doctor. Drugs are bad. Okay. Don't do drugs because drugs are bad. These are my own personal opinions. Should not. What? Like the jackass thing. Do not reproduce this at home. I don't know. I've never really shot drugs except for a couple. I like how I said that. I've never really shot drugs except for a couple times. Okay, I have shot drugs, but only a couple times. Never again. I'm scared of needles, man. I don't like needles, so. But the gene thing is the biggest thing, though. Seriously, like people with bad genes, it's like they fall apart. I mean, I see people that I know from high school, so we're the same age roughly. We've done the same amount of drugs. Actually, they've done less drugs. I've seen people fall apart just on like 20% of the drugs that I've done. People my age that I know fall apart, like fucking destroyed. And it's just like, what happened, dude? Like we were doing the same fucking drugs. Like, I mean, I'm not saying that I'm perfect. I'm not saying it hasn't had a bad effect, but I'm not this invalid fucking, worthless pile of nothing. It's like, dude, get up. So yeah, I think a lot of it is genetics, man. I think it's a mental willpower, and I don't know. I'm sure there's a lot of factors. I mean, yeah, fuck needles, man. That's what that'll kill you fast. You're right. I don't care. I mean, I'm sure you can kill yourself doing cocaine, but up your nose. But holy shit, I don't know. I mean, you would have to do a lot. Like, I think your nose would cut you off. I don't think you possibly could because I've done probably an 8 ball in one day at my best, and I could barely get to the end because it was like my nose just like nope. I was like, like I don't think you could. Don't get me wrong, you might feel like you're gonna die, but shooting it, absolutely, bam, kill you right away. Drugs bad. Okay. Thoughts on shrooms? I like shrooms. Carmen, I like shrooms. I don't know. I was walking through the desert one day in the beautiful, beautiful month of May, and I found these like, I don't know, like they look like mushrooms. I'm not really sure because my neighbor's a botanist, right? He like, studies plants. And I saw these and I thought to myself, like, these look like mushrooms, but they don't look that good. I don't know if I can actually eat them on a pizza. But I'll make a pizza because I'm a chef. I'm going to try it out. And I'm going to tell him if they're okay. But I want him to test it first, make sure. I'm not allowed to give advice on drugs because giving advice on drugs is against YouTube's terms of agreements. I can give you my opinion on my experience on MDMA. It's fucking awesome. Listen to the comments. Don't listen to me. Oh my God. Like, you know, and the weird shit that they sell is like for fucking ecstasy. What ciggies do? Do I smoke them? I'm sorry. I keep forgetting to read up. It's not good. My favorite smokes are American Spirits, but I rarely buy them because they're like fucking $12 a pack. I'll buy them once in a while as a treat. Usually I buy Pall Mall Red 100s because those are fucking good cigarettes. People are like, oh, those are generics. No, actually they're not. Pall Mall Red 100s used to be premiums. They went down. Anyway, this is what I smoke now. These are actually cigars. They're filtered cigars, right? You get them different flavors. This is vanilla because I like vanilla, but you get them strawberry, grape, regular, menthol, whatever. These are only $2 a pack. Literally $1.99 a pack, and they come with 20 of them. I mean, they look like kind of like a blunt, but if they're filtered, right? Like if you would have bought a cigarette for me and I gave you this and it wasn't brown, you smoked it, you probably wouldn't know. It doesn't taste like a cigar. It tastes like a cigarette. $2 a pack versus 12, right? I'm like, yeah, man. I'm catching up here. How long did I live in Tempe? That's pretty much where I grew up. I lived there probably 10 years, first 10 years of my life. But I've lived there off and on, or in the surrounding areas, Mesa, Phoenix. I mean, pretty much, yeah, all over that area. I don't know, maybe collectively all together, because I bounced back from Phoenix to San Diego, probably collectively, I'd say I was probably stuck in Phoenix for about 20 years. I mean, I'm 43 now, so just shy of half my life I was in Arizona. I don't mind it. I mean, well, it's been a long time, but I didn't mind like Tempe. Tempe's cool. I mean, college town. That's where I was homeless, by the way, is in Tempe. That's where I worked on Mill Avenue. That's where the 30 Hits of LSD video came up from. It was on Mill Avenue. Yeah, that's my stomping grounds. But yeah, I was homeless down there for 4, 5, 6 months, something like that. Yeah, what's up, Demon Ritos? I am live. He's the Left Hand Path Consortium, man. It's a hard toss up. I'll tell you this though. I think there's another one, but the one that I'm trying to do, if it's going to happen, it's going to be in San Diego, and it's going to be on Easter weekend. It took us a while to crunch the numbers to figure out city and to figure out the event, because I'm not the money guy. You know, I've got a little bit of money on it, but I don't got a lot of money on it. So basically, it's kind of like I got an opinion, and I'm the promoter. But when you got the guys who actually have the money, at the end of the day, it's up to them, right? So it's going to be in San Diego, and it's going to be on Easter. That's what I can say, if it happens. And I won't really know until February, March. When's April? It's April, right? Easter. So yeah, I probably won't know for a fact till February. But hey, San Diego's a good place, and it's San Diego. You know, it's fucking, even in February, it's still 50 degrees, 60 degrees. So that's our winter. So it's still nice. I mean, well, the rest of the country's fucking freezing. So we figured try to have it in a place that people would go anyway. People vacation in San Diego anyway. It's the second highest or most popular tourist destination in the United States. And then, we tried Vegas, but Vegas was just, we couldn't get it in time. We ran out of time. I have, I don't know, half a dozen people that say they're going to do it, but then it was like not enough time. And then it's like the prices went like double. And my financial backers were like, but it's going to be a tricky thing though, because I don't know. Honestly, I'm pretty sure that every single Left Hand Path consortium has lost money. I'm pretty certain. Now they're a little tight-lipped with finances. So I've been to 2. I can guarantee you 2 of them lost money. I can guarantee you about 4 of them lost money. I think there's probably been about 7 or 8. I can guarantee you at least half of them lost money by either A, I was there, or I know the people that put it on. There's not enough people, I mean, and the only way to really do it is to say, everybody, it's like, bring your own beer. It's the only way to do it. You know, if you're going to start paying people like you can't buy people's flights. You can't buy people's hotel rooms. You want to, because you get better presenters, but not enough people show up to balance that. You don't sell enough tickets. And it's like, basically, that's why I'm going to do it different than anybody else has done it. It's like, hey, you want to be here? You want to be a presenter, be an entertainer, or you want to be an artist? Want to show you? Are you want to be a musician? Come on down. I'm not buying shit. I'll buy the beer, right? And I'll bring the party favors. That's it. You're on your own, you know, and that's it. That's the only way. That's the only way. And I'll be lucky to break even if I do that. But that's it. That's how we're going to roll it. But then the presenter's like, well, fuck that. It's like, yeah, well, you know, whatever. Oh. Nope. So what do you guys believe in aliens? Think it's all imagination, or do you think it's real, or do you think they've been here, or do you think they're not? Some of the books I'd recommend for someone interested in Satan. Yeah, Jake, man, anything by LaVey. I mean, I personally would skip the Satanic Rituals. I mean, it's an interesting book, but I think it was forced on him to be a companion to the Satanic Bible. It might have been part of his publishing deal, because it looks like it was thrown together with a bunch of nonsense. But like his later stuff, Satanic Witch, Devil's Notebook, Satan Speaks. For other stuff, I mean, some people like Crowley. I didn't get Crowley. It's not that I don't understand it. I just don't care to get it, because it doesn't make it. For me, it's just the Church of Satan by Aquino. Okay, there's two, because one by Blanche Barton. Aquino's one is huge. I've never read it. I've seen it. I've looked at it, and I was like, fuck that. Stuff related to Satanism that's not actually specifically satanic. Anyway, if you're into philosophy like Nietzsche, favorite of mine, something more, a little bit, not quite philosophical, but, well, it is, but Wilhelm Reich, who's a scientist, Freud's best student, and got exiled for discovering the life force, which a lot of what ritual and magic and the chi, I don't know, it's interpretable, but yeah, Wilhelm Reich, he's got tons of books, but I don't know, man. I kind of stopped when I found LaVey. Like, I didn't read. I found LaVey when I was really young, so it was like I kind of stopped there. Bam. I didn't really pursue much else after that. I mean, if you really want to get into it, if you get LaVey's The Satanic Witch, in the back of that book, the bibliography, there's a bibliography about 200 pages, and it's all about lesser magic, and that's where it's at. That's what I've studied for the last 20 years. Where do I think I'll go once when I die? I'm reading Cameron's. I think I'll just go out. I don't think I'll go anywhere. I don't think I'll go to heaven or hell. I'll just go out. I think, what is me and what is you? What is everybody? When you die, your physical body stops. Whatever biological energy that keeps us going, which always has and it is right now, as you look at me, that will just leave your body, because it has nowhere else to go. And it'll just go out into the ethers into the cosmos. And where it goes from there probably gets mixed up and probably eventually gets recycled like a battery and pushed back into whatever its surroundings. That's my guess, but I don't know. That's my guess, but I can guarantee you where I'm not going to go is heaven, at least a Christian version of it. And it's not because I'm an evil guy. In fact, I'm one of the nicest guys you'll ever fucking meet. I'm nicer than most Christians you'll meet. I just have a different set of values, but I just don't believe in their heaven. And I don't think, if there is a God, I don't think he gives a fuck. But, is there a lot of drug use in the Satanism community? I wouldn't say anything more excessive than any community, actually. I mean, I've met Satanists that are very anti-drug. In fact, there's a lot of them. I'm not one of them. But, I'm more, there's dichotomy, where it's like, oh, well, and ironically, I agree with both sides, right? I do. I'm like centered on it. So one side is like, you shouldn't do drugs because drugs are for the weak, and drugs are just a stratification tool, and you want to be the best. It's your only life. Why are you going to shorten it with drugs? And drugs just make you a weaker person. I agree with that to a certain extent. And then the other side is like, hey, Satanism is about indulgence. It's about free will. It's about living your life to the fullest. And if drugs are on that list, then that's what I'm going to do. I agree with that too. So there's like a fucking dichotomy. And honestly, well, you already know which way I lean, but is what it is. But I agree with the other side too, though. So it's like, that's what even like politics, like especially Nazi, or I am going to vote for Trump. Why? Because I think he's the best candidate, right? I don't agree with everything he does, but I like him enough that who else are you going to vote for? Is there a better candidate? Not that I know of. But that's the thing. It's like, I'm not political. Like, it's just, am I Republican? No. Am I Democrat? No. Am I independent? I don't know. What do you call somebody who's pro-gun, pro-choice, anti-big government? I'm for universal health care. I don't know what that is. I don't know what a yang is. Well, I've got a yang, but something tells me you're not talking about that. Yang. Degrees in what? I got a degree in fucking... No, what degree in what? The degrees I've earned, well, degrees, certificates, I'm not sure. Oh, college and some shit. No, man. Honestly, I went to college for a little bit, and I wanted to be a psychiatrist. And then when I realized how much school that would be, my psychology teacher at the time was like, dude, he's like, do you want to spend the next 10 years of your life in school? I was like, nope. And no, well, I had degrees. We're talking about those types of degrees. I was SAE certified as a specialist parts mechanic, and I was a mechanic. I was a mechanic. That was a long time ago. That was like 20 years ago. Actually, longer than that, but 23 years ago. I was like 19. Went to school for that for 9 weeks, but that was just like whatever. But no college degrees. It never occurred to me. I just it is a scam. Well, it is nowadays. 50 years ago, maybe not, but nowadays it's free market, especially with the internet. There are people that are making hundreds of thousands of dollars, right, selling junk or doing whatever with no degree. And people make fun of me because you can tell my formal education stopped when I was about 15 or 16, because that's when I dropped out of high school. I got kicked out of my house and ran out of high school. So my formal education, I did go to college. I got my GED and went to college, but that only lasted for a year. But like some of my skills, like my mathematics is awesome, but like my writing, terrible. I write like I'm fucking 15, because that's when I stopped writing. Right now, like I'm on the forums and blogs and shit, and it's like, oh, I'm just, I suffer some a little bit here and there, but not enough to really make a difference. I mean, that's why you have spell checks. That's why I got that Facebook bitch that's supposed to write my blog. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. So this is what it is. Yeah, I don't know. It's I don't know. Favorite type of music or albums? Fucking metal. That's it. Like if I had to say one word, it would be metal. Yep. So but metal. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I like everything from the Rolling Stones, from old rock like the Rolling Stones, like the Doors, up into like I like grunge. Big grunge guys, because I grew up in the '90s. That was when I was like in my late teens, and so it was like that was my music, right? I was living in Seattle when Nirvana and Soundgarden and all them got big. So it was fucking cool. But I mean, I was like bands like Guns N' Roses. I was like some glam rock. I like a lot of stuff. I mean, I like a little bit of country, but nothing that you would probably, nothing really modern. I mean, I like when I say country, I'm thinking of like Hank Williams and Johnny Cash country. I'm not thinking of like whoever is popular now. And hip hop, never really got into hip hop. Wasn't my thing. I mean, I can hear some songs and be like, oh, that's cool. Like, yeah, again, it's all '90s though. Like, I like Eminem. I love Eminem. Like, well, not his newer stuff, but his older shit from the '90s was pretty sick. Coolio, like that guy. You know, I like that guy. Like, nobody likes that guy, but I like that guy. It's like, you know, I mean, there's '90s shit. Dr. Dre back then. I mean, but I would never go buy a CD. Hip hop to me is just like, if it came on the radio, I may or may not change it. Yeah, Gangsta Paradise. I was like 1, 2, 3, 4. Get your bitches at the door. Come on. That same Coolio, just different song. That was not safe for work song. Yeah, Dylan, I did. Yeah, no. Well, no, not necessarily. No, actually, no. I rephrased that. I thought you're asking if, like, the shit that I listened to when I was a teen, I still listen to. Like, shit, even like glam rock, like fucking Cinderella and Poison and that shit. I mean, I don't like go out of my way to listen to them, but if they come on the radio, I'm just like, or Skid Row, Rat, Wasp. That's old metal, man. That's like, well, not all those metal, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's power violence. I don't know what that is. Low anxiety person. I don't know why you would guess that. I'm not sure. Where's French? French fried? That's not Ronald French. No, it's okay. Slipknot. Never got to know him. That was just after my time. I don't know when they came out. You know what got me into music, man? Is my brother. My older brother is like 6 years older than me. I was like 12. He gave me a shoebox for my birthday, and you know what was in it? Is a bunch of cassettes. He gave me a shoebox for my birthday, and you know what was in it? Is a bunch of cassettes. CDs might have been available, but nobody bought them or whatever. Cassettes, and he made this for me. And they're like, I looked at them. Black Sabbath, Metallica. It was Metallica. And Justice for All just came out. Cramps. Dead Kennedys. What else? I think it was a Megadeth CD. Yeah, but it was like it was like about that stuff. Like my favorite, the stuff that I have on my radio right now. You want to hear what I have on my radio? What I have on my radio right now is, well, you know, I got one of those receivers, so it's, you know, plug in my SD card. It holds like fucking 10,000 songs. What I actually have on the go, probably in the top 50 songs, fucking Pantera, fucking Ghost, fucking Slayer, fucking Megadeth. But I also got some stuff like the Rolling Stones, got some Natalie Merchant. I got Tori Winehouse. I got Billy Joel, Bush, Candlebox, Soundgarden, Pearl Jam, Smashing Pumpkins, Testament, Venom. That's about it. Well, that I can remember. I'm starting to now it's starting to become the Drunken Monologues because I'm starting to fucking Kool-Aid's kicking in a little bit. Kenny G. I'm a Steve Winwood fan. That's kind of close to Kenny G. Black Flag. I can't stand Black Flag. I like Henry Rollins, but Black Flag was just fucking. Listen to fucking Screw Nuts or, you know, TV Party Tonight. Fuck, I could play that right now and record it right now through the YouTube live feed in one take, and that would be what the song would be like. Terrible. But I do like Rollins band. I love Henry Rollins. Like I've seen him not stand up, but spoken word twice. I like it. It's pretty cool. I don't play any instruments, man. I tried, man. I really want to be a rock star. I did, but I found out that I don't have a musical bone in my body. I'm a great appreciation of music. I'm also left-handed though, and that could have been a part of it where like nobody wanted to fucking show me how to play guitar because we got to flip the shit around, restring it. So, you know, I mean, I don't know, but no, I don't play any instruments. Actually, I take that back. I do play one instrument really good that nobody else can play like me. The meat flute. My meat flute. Other than that, not much. Black Sabbath is Black Mass. Yeah, that's about it. I play the tambourines. That's about it. Yeah, I have big respect. I saw this band called Ornazi Pazuzu. That was fucking cool. It's like a psychedelic death metal band. My homie took me to it, and I was just like, "You got to see, you got to see it." And it was just like, because he knows I don't like noise. Death metal to me is noise, right? Most of it. And then we went, and I swear to God, but I did take some mushrooms and figured, oh, fuck it. If it's fucking horrible, at least I'll be fucking like looking at fucking shadows in the corners, like tripping out. So I'll at least have a good time, right? Either way. And all of it was cool. Like we're walking in there, like the music was so loud, like, and you're like, you could feel the aggression and shit. But see, that's part of the drug too. But that's what's also what mushrooms make it awesome. Like I love mushrooms for that reason. I play the bells too. My thoughts on throat singing? I don't like it. That's why I don't like death metal. Well, that and their music is just too monotonous. Like, I mean, I'm not saying they're not talented. I'm not saying that at all. But as far as throat music, I'm assuming that you talk about the guys singing death metal. And my, a good friend of mine is Brian Werner, the singer of death metal. Or I'm sorry, death metal. The singer of Vital Remains, or the former singer of Vital Remains. I've seen him 3 times, and it's like I appreciate it, but that's just not my thing. I mean, I would rather. I like to hear and understand and articulate and think about the lyrics. That's what attracts me to music. Like even Pantera, right? It's not really throaty, but even Phil Anselmo, like I can understand what Phil's saying, but I can't understand what say Behemoth or Deicide is saying. Not unless I like really struggle, and by then I'm like fuck it. Okay, I didn't know that. I didn't know the throat singing is different. Yeah, I mean, what was interesting though. I mean, I'm sure that most of you are younger than me, but I'm not that old. But I'm probably sure that most of you are probably younger than me at 43. I was around like in the early 90s when Marilyn Manson got big, and as a Satanist, I remember like because I was already well versed in LaVey and stuff, and I was actually a member of the Church of Satan in 1994. So I was pretty much started very young, and I became a member of the Church of Satan as soon as I was old enough, which is 18. When Marilyn Manson got big, it was so cool because it was like, one, because he's a cool musician. Like that was when industrial was just starting to like, form, like 9 Inch Nails, Marilyn Manson. 9 Inch Nails, like, it was a little bit for him, but at the same time, it was just like that music. We were listening to Depeche Mode and Skinny Puppy, which is my style of music, like KMFDM, Throat Cold. That's what I listened to. That's more my alley. But yeah, when Marilyn Manson got big, it was like, and then you see all these little Mansonites, and I'm like 22-ish, right? In my early 20s. And all these like 14, 15-year-old like kids are like swarming outside the club, because they can't get in, and, I'm there, and I'm like looking, like it was just a really cool experience to see how many people Marilyn Manson is probably responsible for more than anybody, even possibly LaVey, of attracting people to Satanism in my lifetime. So that's pretty much your lifetime. Yeah, I mean, I don't think even LaVey attracted more people to Satanism. I think Marilyn Manson probably really attracted more people. Of course, maybe I'm wrong, but if he's not number 1, he's number 2. And to watch that go on and to watch that was just fucking cool. See how that works. That tells you how powerful media is. Marilyn Manson was a pop icon, right? Right place, right time. And he pushed, some satanic aesthetics. He talked about Satanism through lit. I've been to several of his shows. He would light Bibles on fire and throw them in the audience. You can't do this shit anymore, but he did back then. I mean, well, I don't care. Maybe he did it regardless, but whatever. But yeah, I mean, the amount of people that he attracted. Now, granted, 90% of those people have no interest in Satanism. They're Mansonites. And they're the hot topic Satanists. And buy a t-shirt, bam, cool. Manson's no longer fad. Where are they? But there's 10% of those people that will go on and study different philosophies and will open up their mind. And that's what it's all about. I mean, I'm not trying to convert anybody, but yeah, that guy's cool. Of course they'll blame Manson because one of the shooters had a fucking Manson shirt on. No, I didn't, but I know Trent Reson's a Satanist. What nailed Jesus to the cross? 9-inch nails. What's the most powerful satanic number according to ritual magic? 9. It's pretty fucking obvious. And who made Marilyn Manson, by the way? Who made Marilyn Manson? Trent Reznor. There's a string of Satanists in the music industry, and they're all connected. Ghost, Metallica, Reznor. I better shut the fuck up because now I'm starting to throw out names that I shouldn't be. But some of them you know and some of them you never know. And you think I was fucking delusional, but it's all right. I'm not going to say them anyway. I do got a Facebook. I think my Facebook, I think it's Zach Black. I think it's Zach Black. Ministry's fucking badass. You like the 80s music? MTMA. Yeah, I like 80s music too. Got a lot of good shit. A lot of good shit. I remember like when goth got big. Goth has been around before my time. Goth was around in the 80s. But when it really started to get big, like actually recognized, was in the 90s. And I was proud to be part of that. I was more on the industrial side. Like goths were a little bit too femmy for me. Like The Cure and the Depeche Mode and Morrissey were like, I can dig it. But it's just a little too faggoty for me, No offense if there's any homosexuals. Notice the difference? Homosexuals and faggots, difference. But anyway, yeah, it's just a little too faggoty for me. And it's like, so we branched off into like 9-inch Nails, Ministry, Through Cult, Skinny Puppy, KMFDM. I mean, there's a lot more, but yeah, but yeah, it was nice to be part of that because we were like basically the first generation that made that mainstream. Then Marilyn Manson came. 9-inch Nails came. 9-inch Nails was actually there before me a little bit, but yeah, it was cool. It was cool kind of ushering in that music because hopefully it stays, but it seems like it's fading out and got commercialized. Yeah, that was a good song. There's actually a Cure cover band that comes here and they play once a month at this bar down the street called Blonde Bar. San Diego has a great music scene. But yeah, they're a Cure cover band. And they're fucking badass. I mean, and they usually play darker Cure stuff, like song Desolation Street or whatever that song. Yeah, they play darker Cure stuff. I mean, it's not like poppy stuff. I mean, they do play the poppy stuff, but yeah. By the way, I'm not blocking anybody's comment. YouTube, I'm actually unblocking everybody's comments. I'm not even reading them because I believe everybody has a right to free speech, even if I don't like it. I still believe I have the right to say it. So, like, I didn't really. Okay, I just unblocked like 8 comments. YouTube is blocking them based on whatever you typed, and I'm just unblocking them. I haven't even read them. I'm just gonna like, I don't care if you say suck my dick. God, I haven't heard fucking that before, right? So. Was some not Electric Hellfire Club? Oh yeah, for Electric Hellfire Club, Kiss the Goat, hands down. Kiss the Goat. That is the best. That is the best. That is the darkest, deepest Electric Hellfire Club. I mean, their first one, what was it called? Burn Baby Burn. That it's okay, but it just wasn't well produced. I mean, it was just sounded like it was recorded in somebody's garage. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it's cool. You know what? The guitarist Richter, he's come on Satanic International Network in the chat room. We've had long conversations. It was cool listening to that guy, man, because it's like, he's kind of one of my heroes, right? Like growing up, like I was like 19, seeing them in concert, like buying their shirts and shit. Not this one, but some other ones. And like, yeah, I mean, so I was like, whoa, it's fucking Richter, yeah. And he's like, sitting in there, smoking a joint, fucking having a beer, and like talking about the good old days of Hellfire Club. No, but yeah, and I guess, yeah, I like Hellfire Club. I do. It's sad that they burnt out so fast, but shit happens. I'm reading, by the way. I only do Spice. old punk rock, like old like Sex Pistols punk rock, like Iggy Pop or Dead Kennedys punk rock, that type of. Yeah, I do. Subhumans, sure, but I in my opinion, my favorite punk band of all time is Bad Religion. You know what's funny is Ghost, Tobias Forge. They asked him in a recent interview, you can see it on YouTube. They said, "What is your biggest influence in music? Who's your biggest influence?" And he said, "Bad Religion." That's fucking badass. By the way, Ghost, if you guys aren't familiar with him, and I made the mistake too because I listened to him in just like a cursory song, and I was like, whatever I heard, I don't even remember what I was like, eh. But somebody's like, no, you need to listen to him again, and I started listening to him again, and dude, Ghost is the most prolific, overt satanic band to go mainstream since Marilyn Manson. Now, I know there's been a handful of death metal bands that only death metal fans know about that maybe have sold 10,000 albums, right? Ghost is selling millions of albums. Millions. They're the next Marilyn Manson. And Tobias Forge is a fucking Satanist dyed in the wool. I met him twice, but I didn't know that at first. I didn't like the music at first, but now that you go back and listen to it, he's doing this weird thing where it's like it's kind of campy, like some of it, like the most recent CD, tracks like Dance Macabre, and it's like it's kind of got like progressive like 80s metal, but Tobias Forge used to be the singer in a pretty big death metal band in Sweden. That's his roots, right? But I watch his interviews with him. I watched him. He's put out a whole string of them on YouTube, and he's the first guy. Even Manson backed down from the question. Even Marilyn Manson backed down. Like, well, I like LaVey and Nietzsche and Rand. And people that are saying this know what the fuck he's saying, but he was backpedaling a little bit. Tobias Forge, and they asked him, what's your affiliation with Satanism? You're a Satanist? He's like, yeah. Did I not make that clear? Like, he's the only guy other than the death metal bands. But it doesn't matter about death metal bands because people aren't listening to death metal except for like that many people, right? Ghost is getting played on the radio. Ghost is selling close to 1 million albums, or there will be. Tobias Forge is a real thing. I met him. I talked to him about Satanism. It's fucking cool. Ghost is the next Marilyn Manson, but in a much more refined way, in my opinion. Now, listen to their music. Seriously. Now, I'm not a fan of all their music, but songs like He Is, that song, it's an ode to Lucifer. It is very obvious, right? Cerise is good. Year Zero, when the chorus is Hail Satan, they name off in the beginning all of the infernal words from the Satanic Bible or Satanic rituals. The opening, there's 6 of them, and they name them off, and that's what he does. I mean, but he's matter of fact. So he's a LaVeyan Satanist, by the way. If you're curious, he's a LaVeyan Satanist from that school, like most of us. They're like I am, but whatever. I'm just saying, check out Ghost. Year Zero. His newer stuff is more poppy and progressive. I don't know what he's doing, but I'm looking for my Ghost thing. Yeah, I don't know. It's one of those bands, where it's like some people will think Ghost, like, it's just Ghost. But to me, it's a big deal just because I kind of know what they're up to. I kind of know what they're behind. And it makes me very happy to see a Satanist in that position of influence and power and being open about it. Satanism. It's very nice because that hasn't happened in a long time. There are a lot of Satanists in power, but you never know they're Satanists because they'll never tell you, and you will never know unless you're pick up on the principles of lesser magic and you see people. It's not hints. They're not doing it intentionally to hint you. They're doing it for their own advantage. But when you know how they're doing it, then it becomes obvious because the only people that would do those things have read the same books and have been trained in the knowledge, whether they train themselves or whatever. Okay. I was going to show you $1, but apparently I put it somewhere else. It's probably it was just signed by Tobias Forge, Ghost dollars. Right. Oh, whatever. This one was signed by Tobias, and it says something, but I guess it wasn't meant to be. It's somewhere. I probably hid it separately in case somebody goes. I love Psychobilly, man. Psychobilly's shit. Cramps are one of my favorite bands. I know there are other bands too, but Cramps comes to mind. My homies in San Diego here, the Screaming Yeehaws. They're not quite psychobilly, but they're more rockabilly, but they're pretty fucking good. Holy Chris. I'm starting to sweat in this closet. I'm under the heat light. Like, I didn't do it, detective, I swear. Okay, maybe I did. Bands Vicing Live? Way too many to count, but I can name off a few. First concert was Clash of the Titans in 1991. Well, that was the first concert I went to alone as a young adult. That had Slayer, Megadeth, Anthrax, and Alice in Chains. That was my first concert I went to alone. Fuck, I saw Warrant play at a fucking mall parking lot. Saw Tina Turner, Billy Joel, Harry Chapin before he died. I was a baby though, like my mom took me. That was probably my real first concert. But as an adult, I'd say I've seen Metallica, I've seen Pantera, I've seen Primus, Dead Milkman, Ministry, KMFDM, Throco Cult. Fuck, tons. I keep going, but yeah, tons. Marilyn Manson, I've seen Manson 3 times. Electric Hellfire Club, Collective Soul, Soundgarden, Alice in Chains, Miss Ministry. I missed Nirvana. I missed them and they died. Fuck. Saw the Pixies. Saw tons. I mean, like there's so many I can't remember. I mean, it's like I love seeing shows. You know, I mean, I'm not the guy in the front. When I used to be, I was the guy in the front. You know, in the pit or just up front. Guy with, you know, I'm not that guy anymore. Now I'm old. Well, I'm not that old, but you know, I'll still get in the pit, but only for my favorite song and only for a good band. But otherwise, I'm in the back, fucking drinking a beer. You know, let the young kids go in there and punch each other and fucking dance around. I did that for a long time. I'm done. I'm retired. I sit in the back, have a beer, and hit on chicks, hit on MILFs. I'll hit on MILFs over there, hey, baby. You see that show in 1994? She's like, oh. Jews. Jews are annoying, huh? Oh. Aren't we all Jews? What is a Jew? Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. I didn't realize this is an hour and a half long. This is by far my latest thing, man. But thanks, guys. We're gonna be doing this again. My co-host here. Where is she? I want to yell at her, but unless she's here, then that'd be really nice. I'll yell at her privately. Oh yeah, we're gonna do this again. I'll try to get her on too, and she's gonna make me look bad just because she's so much better looking than me. That's okay. She's smart too. But anyway, I'm gonna hour and a half. Yeah. I really want to smoke this cigarette. I've been like holding it for like 35 minutes. I'm like, can't smoke in here. Unless there's any more questions, how about this? I'm gonna finish this and then head out. So, see you, Mike. This is fucking terrible wine. Anybody have a Oh, they blocked your Jewish Satanist comment. Anybody have a really shitty job? You guys want to compare shitty jobs? Anybody? Mine's actually pretty good right now, but I've had some shitty jobs I can compare it to. I want to hear somebody who's got the shittiest job. Who's got the shittiest job? How to avoid DUI? Don't drink and drive. Other than that, what? Wait. K Matt, what is your questions, man? Wait. See, now he's leaving, right? He's like, didn't answer my questions. I'm bouncing. What are your questions? Come on, give it to me. Give it to me. I think we might be lagging. I think there might be a lag. See, there's definitely a lag. There's from what I'm reading and what I'm saying is coming out behind. But K Matt was it? Whatever I didn't answer. What is it? Oh, you're still writing that book. Okay, now I see. Just heard my words come out. That's how far I'm behind. Oh, yeah, I'm still writing a book. No, I give up on writing a book, man. I'd love to. It's a lot of work, and I'd like to find a ghostwriter. Not a ghostwriter. I don't care. Like somebody writes it, I can dictate it, but I can't write it. It's way too much work. Okay, cool. You sent me an email a while ago, like years ago, a while ago, like that long. Okay, I think I know. Okay, I do remember that. I do remember somebody doing that. Yeah, you took. I think you took a video and you rewrote it. Yeah, we could try that again, man. But right now is a bad time. No, but no, I'm serious. I'm still serious about that. I just I had another couple projects come up, and I that's I like to do a lot of things. A book would be cool. I just don't know like how many people would buy it. And I mean, do people even read anymore? It's like people ask me all the time like the most redundant questions, like how to learn about Satanism. Teach me about Satanism. It's like, what? You guys never heard of a fucking book? I don't think people read anymore. I really don't. Like, I think people just expect everything to be told to them. Yeah, bro. Yeah, K-Matt. Just remind me, man. And here's the problem, K-Matt, is off all the social media platforms, right? You got Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube, My Network. Right there, I just named 5. Most everybody uses a different name. So, like, you make reference to something, now your username here is different. So I don't have the mental capacity to remember, like, and out of 5,000 friends, there's no way I can remember times that by 4. So yeah, if you hit me up on Snapchat, you're like, this is this, then I'll peg you, but keep using the same name so I remember who you are. Cool, man. Yeah, no, seriously, it really is. It's not a big deal if you have a small amount of, which I wish I did, like would have done that, kept it at that, be a small amount of friends. But when you let it just grow wild, it's like, nobody, I don't fucking remember anybody. Maybe your memory's better, but yeah, man, hit me up. Thank you, man. I do remember you though from the like maybe 2 years ago, from the about the book thing. I do remember that. Reading is a dead thing. Man, it's the weirdest thing. Like, I don't want to be that guy that's like, because I used to make fun of those guys not even that long ago. Like, we fucking my generation, we used to freaking rock and roll music, wherever. Yeah, no. I used to kick those guys in the dick, but like, there are some things that is true. 20 years ago, before the internet, people read books, people read magazines, people had other ways of, getting information, right? But it took you time, it took work, right? You had to work at it. Like, you just couldn't get on the computer and just punch in a fucking topic, and fucking search Wikipedia and YouTube. Nope. You had to go to the library, get a library card, check out a book. You actually had to know how to read too. Read the book, maybe discuss it. God forbid you couldn't find it in the library, then you're fucked, right? What are you gonna do? Order off of Amazon? Nope. So you had to go to like these used bookstores. We had these like note boards, right? Yeah, they're like little card catalog cards. You put them on thumbtack. You wrote your phone number if you even had a phone, right? Because no cell phones back then, or at least not one that people could afford. And little message board, but I'm looking for this book, and then you have to check back in a week or longer and look at that. If you're lucky, somebody would write another phone number and be like, I got it, or I know where you can get it. And you can come back. It's bullshit. It was bullshit. And I'm envious. Like, I wish I had that ability back then, but now people expect that. People get in my, people aren't even nice. They're just like demanding. They're like, get on your channel and like, tell me about this. It's like, they don't even say, hey, I'm interested in this subject. I would appreciate it if you had any knowledge that you could share with me. Thank you. That's what I would say, right? Or something to that effect. These people like, tell me about Satanism. It's like, fuck yourself. I'll kick you in the balls. How's that? That's Midas right there. I punch you, you fall. Now be polite next time. At least say please, fucker. Like they just expect that they're like, what am I? I'm like obligated to like teach people. Nope, I'm not. But they just assume that, and they're not even saying please. It's like nobody teaches them manners. Like it's a fucking Xbox, man. You don't act like that in real life. If somebody acts like that in real life, I hope they get punched in the face, because they would probably learn some manners. And that may be might is right again. You know, it's not about superiority. It's about, well, kind of is, but yeah. Instant gratification, man. It is. People expect everything, but it's almost like the Nigerians. They expect not just Nigerians. It's almost like the Africans. You know, it's not all Africans, but the majority of the ones you see on Facebook, vast majority of the ones that are messaging me are like, teach me about Satan. I want to join and be famous and to, get the riches for buy gold castle for be rapper. Teach me now. Like, wow. It's like, Negro, you tell me, if you figure out a way to be rich and famous and do absolutely fucking nothing, be a fucking famous rapper, you tell me. No, maybe you don't understand. I want to be rich, famous, and be rapper and make money and pussy. Like, wow, that's amazing. You and everybody else that has a dick. Teach me now. It's like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Now, get to the chopper. Now. And you think, I always fuck them out. I always shoot back. And I'm like, you want to be rich and famous? First, start with getting a job. Second, get an education. Be a good man. Provide. Why don't you develop a talent? Make a fucking rap band. Put some fucking tracks down. Like, no, can I just sell my soul to the devil? It's like, no, because the devil doesn't want you because you're worthless and you don't even have a soul. No, I do have soul. I want to sell for $3,000 billion. I'll give you a pack of cigarettes. How's that sound? Good. They're so stupid too. It's like, oh my God. Like, maybe I've never been to Africa. Okay. I've met some Africans, and they're the ones here in America, right? Because the ones that actually take the time to come to America have an education, they're processed through the system, which you have to have. So they come here to work. So they've been educated, right? So they're not like those guys. But Jesus Christ, if that's what Africa's like, can we just light it on fire right now? Somebody give me a match. I got the gas. Fuck, like those people, like you can tell them to fuck off in every way possible. I make fun of them. They don't get it. I tell them to fuck. I've made YouTube videos about how to sell your soul to the devil, and I openly make fun of these guys, and they still don't get it. They're still commenting, can I sell my soul? Okay, I guess there just must be like a wave of retardation running through Africa. There probably has been for centuries, but there's take those fucking computers away from those fucking Nigerians, please. Is that hard? And the Kenyans and the Zimbabweans. Okay, fuck it. Take it away from Africa. No more computers unless you earn it. No more. As soon as you ask to sell your soul or how to become famous, or can you join a satanic organization so you can make millions of dollars? As soon as you say that, you should be fucking drowned. That's it. That's it. That's eugenics right there we were talking about earlier. Drown. On the spot. I want to sell my soul in the water. Swim for it. All right, I better shut up now because now I'm starting to sound like a racist. Now some social justice warriors are like, I saw you, and he's going to post this shit on Reddit. You're like, look, he's a Nazi. Oh, wait, he's got Nazi tattoos. Actually, not really, but it's kind of close. Nazi. And he's talking about drowning Africans. Nazis. Later, guys. I'm fucking drunk. I need to go to bed. I do have to work in about, I don't know, 7 hours. Fuck work. Thanks for showing up. You guys are a bunch of fucking Nazis. I'll see you next Saturday. We're gonna do it every Saturday, and we're gonna get the co-host on. Like, you guys don't even know. Fuck. I wish I could send you a picture. Can I do this? No, I can't. Damn it. If I could upload a picture of her right now, you'd just be like, No, yeah, you'll see her. I ain't lying. I ain't lying. If I say she's hot, she's fucking hot. See you guys. How do I stop it? Nazis. Nazis.